Hello, Sagittarius. So normally I start my videos for the week, with Aries just because it's easier. However, what I'm noticing is because of the fact that it takes me a couple of readings to really get in the groove, and I have a lot of Aries in my life, and a lot of them challenge me in certain ways. I feel like I don't really serve them as well on my channel when I start with their energy. So I've decided to start with energy that is very similar to mine. I'm a Sagittarius sun and moon, so here we are. I just think that it's going to flow much easier this way. Don't mind me, excuse me. I was supposed to do that beforehand, but I didn't. Mint maybe? Yeah. Cotton mouth. Hold on. Sorry. Anyway, Sagittarius, welcome. This is your weekly love horoscope for the week of August, 6th through the 13th? Let me just make sure. Sorry, August 7th through the 13th. Of course, every week I want to do something a little bit different right now. I might change this in the future. In the future, I might just let whatever come up. But I have so many different decks of cards that each week I'm letting my intuition guide me as to what to go with. And this week, I'm going with love. Let me fix this mic. Hold on. I just feel more comfortable when it's in front of me, because I do try to speak into the mic, and otherwise I end up looking over here because the mic was down there. So anyway, I'm sorry. Sagittarius. See, you get to see what it's like to deal with me being the first reading. That's okay. All right, so this is an 18 plus love and relationship reading. And the reason why it's 18 plus is because one of the decks of cards is very sensual and sexual and plain and blunt, and it's all about self-love. In the literal sense, a lot of it. Okay, so you'll understand more as I go, but we'll get into it. This is your love reading, and I'm going to pull this down a little bit so you can see the cards. That'll work. Okay, so this first deck of cards, Sagittarius, and you know what? That's bullshit. This is the first deck of cards. This deck of cards, first we're going to pull some cards just to kind of ask the question, how open, what is the status of how open your heart is right now to love in your relationships? Okay? So how open is your heart within relationship dynamics? This could be romantic. I'm going with romantic. Yeah, for sure. Okay, never mind. My guides are like, yeah, because the other cards that are going around it's romantic. So basically, how open are you right now in relationships? Okay? After that, we're going to pull a card of what aspect of you is being, or is coming up to be shown some love to. And then some advice cards in this situation and in this week and what's going on. And then very last is just general love and relationship advice. What can you do to better your relationships? Okay? So we're going to get started. That was a 4-minute introduction there. Sorry. And honestly, that's why I went with you, because these readings are longer than most other people's anyway, and honestly, Aries readings usually aren't that long because I feel very uncomfortable in that energy. So let's just go with it. So, itching. I already am channeling. I love when I feel that. So, anyway, tradition. So you're carrying on whatever stance it was that you've had for a while. wishy-washy, like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. It's like you could see something going on or something coming for you, or like changes. It's like you know something's supposed to happen or something's going to happen, but you can't really see the steps it's going to take to get there, and you're having a hard time breaking the traditions that you're living in right now to achieve that. Okay? Let's see, what's the next one? Contemplation. Yeah. Lots of contemplation. Okay. So how is your heart? So lots of contemplation, and you know what? We're going to take this last card here, but I'm not going to read it yet because I want to continue to answer this question. How open are you right now in your relationships? So we have what I just said, and then there's lots of contemplation and lots of inner judgment. So like you are right now, you're closing yourself off to the idea of endings and change. So you're very much judging yourself for looking forward to or for living in that future timeline. Okay? It's like you're trying to push that down and push that out and focus on what you have in front of you right now, but you're not able to connect because deep down your heart knows that this isn't going to be this way. Like it's not going to stay. So you are like a ghost, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Okay? Sometimes, depending on your mood, because we can get in those moods where we want some attention. So sometimes it's just because the people that we're around are just somebody that's around. So like you'll get in the moods where you'll feel love, you'll feel attention, like you want it. Okay? That's what's happening with you right now with love. So what part of your inner self needs some love right now? This is the picture. This is a new deck. I'm not exactly sure the name of it. It's something about self-love for sure. But it says Magic Hotline. Ring, ring. It's your destiny as a fully expressed, whole and healthy sexual being on the line. And just like the smutty old school hotlines, the universe is waiting to take your call. Sex magic is how you dial in. Interesting. I'm going to read this, okay? I'm not sure if I'm going to have anything to add to it, but I'm going to read it out loud because this is new for me, okay? The action is whether solo or partnered, sex magic works under the millennia-old assumption that when we increase our arousal, we increase our energy, which in turn allows us to manifest, select our ideal reality on the astral plane. The more pleasure, the more power. The bigger the climax, assuming you have one, the bigger the portal of possibility you open, allowing your heart's desires to flood into new areas of your life. Try it. So I'm being told to add to this. First off, what's happening is you are overly sexual right now. That's okay. You're a fire sign. It happens. And it's not just right now. It's been for a while. Okay. And it's just been building and building, and you don't know what to do with it. And so, other than just fill empty voids in your emotions with it, okay? However, what this is saying is you can use it as a way to springboard your future to you. And I'm being guided to tell you a technique that I read about where you, as you're going through whatever it is that, the motions of when you are having an orgasm and you start building up, first you breathe into, for me it's like each one of the chakras, but in all reality it's just like the different parts of your body all the way up, where like you breathe into wherever, like your stomach area, and then you hold your breath for a second and you envision what it is that you're wanting to experience, and then you breathe that out. And then you breathe it back in again, and it could be like right here, and then you hold the vision again, and then you breathe it back out, and then you do it here, and then not back out. Now that's if it's, I guess, a slow situation. But if it's a fast situation, what you just do is you just keep picturing yourself enjoying what it is that you're going to be experiencing in the future. But like, picture your life at that time. Okay? If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. I don't know. That's what I was told to say. It's how I don't know. It's how it came out. So anyway, we're just going to move on. What is your advice for this week? So that is what's coming up this week that you can do to kind of channel some of that energy into, to expel some of it, so you're not just consistently recycling it back and back over and over where you never actually satisfy it. That's what you could do. So the advice for this week is balance spirituality and practicality. Okay? So you know what's coming. So know what's coming. That's fine. Do your manifestations whenever you want. I mean, don't put pressure on yourself. Who cares if you do it or if you don't? I don't give a shit. This is just up to you. But also be practical. You have to live in the now. You have to get along with the people in your life now. What relationship do you want to have with the people in your life now in the future? How are you going to act then? How do you want to act then? And then process the emotions that start coming up within you when you do act like that then. Because that means that those are wounds that need to be healed within that dynamic before you can make that change. Okay? So the last but not least card for you is, and you know, okay, fine. So first one is deserve. Your emotions act like magnets, attracting situations that mirror those emotions. If you want to improve your relationships, behave towards others in a way that you would like them to behave towards you. Okay? Second card, be open. Respond to everyone you encounter each day with an open and loving heart. The difference it makes to your relationships will be remarkable, and the love you send out to others will be returned to you tenfold. Both of those cards literally say almost the same thing. Okay? So take that to heart. All right. I love you, Sagittarius. Thank you for being my experimental one this week. We'll talk later. Have fun.